A very big welcome to you, my dear Pisces. So the sun has moved into Pisces and the moon is in your sign, but you're not getting the new moon. The new moon comes in the next reading. And so we're gonna look what this present moment is saying. You have Mercury and Venus both in your sign, and you had actually Neptune and Saturn in your sign, and they both moved now into Aries. You have the outsider, that's the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is Mercury in Taurus. So sometimes you might feel like an outsider, like you see here, this child is standing and is looking out into the rainbow clouds and is hoping to fulfill its dreams and thinks it's locked up. But when you look close at the lock is not locked, it's loose, and you can literally go, right? It's not secure. And so in a way it's almost like saying, well, you sometimes create these moments where you think you are blocked. Meanwhile, you're not blocked. Meanwhile, you're actually blocking yourself. So we're going to look at Mercury, and Mercury is in your sign. And since Mercury is in your sign, I'm going to take another card from you and not from Taurus. And it's interesting, the German reading was exactly the same, just in a different way. It's always like that. And so you get the owl. So there's the wisdom of the 39, and the 39, when we calculate together, right, we see the 9, which is the completion, and the 3 is the Empress, and the 3 fits 3 times into the 9. And that's the 12, right? And the 12 is Neptune. Neptune was in your sign, I think, for at least like 14 years, because it's going to be now 14 years in Aries. And the 12 turns into a 3. The 3 and the 5 is the 8. And the 8 is that infinite aspect in us that learns again and again and again, right? And I think we see different perspectives of the same situations. And when we reincarnate, we can actually go back into a situation that we thought we would like to see from a different perspective. If the soul needs to learn something there, right, then we decide to come back into a situation where we meet the same people and the situation is though from a different perspective. And so that's where the 8 comes in, right, this infinite learning perspective of the duality, because the 8 is like a circle twisted in the center, and it's the same energy. It's just one side and then the other side, and then again the one side and then the other. So I'm going to pull another card, and as we can see, the owl is wisdom, right? The owl is the one that looks at you and says, here I am, looking at you, and what's coming is trust, and that's you. So we see a 12-12 portal, or then a 3-3 portal. Look at that. And so this stands alone, right? There is a 33, and that's mastery. And it's almost like saying you have realized something in the last years, right? Where Saturn and Neptune, that was 2 years together, were in your sign, which is intense. Now they're both in Aries, and it's like, wow, we're gonna really understand the placement of our consciousness, right? Because Aries is the one that is the warrior that says, well, I'm gonna go and break free. Meanwhile, later on you realize I didn't need to break free. It was just all a construct, a matrix. And you let yourself drop into this matrix. You trust that what you have learned here, which can also be here, the 8, right? We had the 5, and the 3 is the 8, and now you have here the 12. The 12 is the 3. The 8 and the 3 is an 11, and the 11, that's exactly where you need to learn in the 11, which is the portal of consciousness, right? A consciousness that lets you trust that whatever comes, comes. It's almost like you trusting so much that everything that you're experiencing, you know, is for the greater good, right? And so here you are realizing that there is an 11 or there is a 33 and the 5 stays by itself, right? But you understand how clearly the message comes through, and you learn by observing, you learn by trusting, you learn by knowing that you as an outsider, you're not an outsider. You're creating that within you. You're not creating that to the people. They don't see you as an outsider. They just see you. They're not in you. You are in you. And so this is really powerful, right? Message right now, right here for you. And I hope you understand that in the next reading you're getting the new moon. That's when, right, the sun and the new moon are both in your sign. And so you see already that you are now at the center of the next month. And it's important that you are liberating yourself, because Neptune and Saturn in your sign has created a little bit of a wow, what is all this about? But you are trusting more and more that it's all for the greater good. So I hope I see you in the next reading, right? That's when we get the sun and the new moon in your sign, and you can trust that that's happening. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.